welcome back to my channel again. I'm gonna be reacting to I Cuddle People for Money, My Strange Job. This this YouTube channel called My Story Animated. But yeah, let's jump right into it.
And man, do I have a story for you. I know this might seem gross and scary and maybe a little insane. To be honest, it's all three. Strap yourself in because this one still feels crazy for me to talk about. My story begins in high school. You see, I was a theater kid, a glee loving, hallway scream singing, annoying theater kid. I dreamt of being in the spotlight. I dreamt of seeing my face blown up on billboards. People told me I was a star, and honestly, they're not wrong. So when I graduated high school, I kept that theater kid in me and said, F college, F living anywhere but New York. I'm going to the big city, baby. But you know what's funny about the big city? It's freaking expensive. Like, can't afford an apartment expensive? Like, I ran out of money in 2 weeks expensive. No one told me I wouldn't be able to afford to live in anything but a cardboard box. I was starting to freak out. This wasn't the New York I was promised. I had 2 weeks to come up with enough to cover my rent, or I was gonna have to go home. So I started going to auditions like crazy. Producer after producer rejected me. Some even told me that my singing sounded like a dying whale. I felt like a total loser. I walked the streets of New York in the rain like I was in an R&B music video. That's when a lady came up to me and passed me a flyer. Professional cuddlers wanted. I rolled my eyes. Yeah, right. Like I was gonna fall for that. A professional cuddler? Anytime someone is handing you a flyer on the street for a job that involves touching someone else, you know it's not a good situation. The woman told me I could make $800 a day. I rolled my eyes. 800 a day? That's hoeing money for sure. But when I got home that night, I had an eviction notice on my door. I couldn't go back to my hometown. I mean, are you kidding me? I'd be the laughing stock. I'd be that girl that couldn't make it in New York and sounds like a dying whale. So I called the number on the flyer. I thought, hey, I might get murdered, but I'm kind of over it at this point. The woman on the other end explained the job to me.
Do what you gotta do.
Literally get paid to cuddle lonely, pathetic people. That's it. You just gotta cuddle someone. I told them to sign me up and I arrived for my first job. They gave me an emergency button and a camera to set up that would monitor what was happening. With the company, all sessions are recorded, probably so no one gets cuddled to death. I wanted to get on my knees and thank every god out there because there was no way I was going to march in there without some protection. My first customer was a boomer named John. John was in his 60s, looked like a bag of hamburgers, and had these sad, sad eyes. But there was also something a little scary about him. You know when you see a mugshot and you say to yourself, well, obviously they're a murderer? Look at that crazy person. That was John. Only he hadn't had that mugshot yet. I was so nervous. I was about 2 seconds from projectile vomiting all over John. But I lay down next to him, and he held me in his arms. It was like the worst first date ever. He made weird little moans and pulled me closer to his chest. I was gritting my teeth, trying not to throw up on his dirty floor. But that's when his cuddles started choking me. Why was he hugging me that tight? Luckily for me, I was saved by the bell. I've never jumped out of bed so fast in my life. I gathered my envelope of money and rushed out without counting it. But when I counted it, my jaw hit the floor. From an hour of laying with a weirdo, I landed $400. That's 400. That was a third of my rent. I started trying to get as many clients as possible. I was cuddling day and night. Divorced dads, creepy old men, even some sad cases, like people who had just lost a partner. There were deep conversations. There was crying, there was laughing, there were, old guys creeping on me. But in all that, there was money. So much money. I could swim in it. I could blow my nose on it. The downside? I mean, minus the ding-a-lings, the company I worked for took a 30% cut on what I made. Maybe I was getting a little greedy, but I decided to quit the company and work on my own. I could charge even more, and I wouldn't have to pay a fee. That meant more money to swim in, more money to blow my nose on. It even meant I'd be able to move to the nice side of town. I went on a few cuddle sessions with old clients, and everything was fine. I didn't feel like anyone was going to hurt me or be weird, and I strolled out of there bawling. Then came John. You know, my first client, John. I walked in to start our session. He pulled me in his arms immediately, super tight. I figured he's a weird dude. Maybe he's just having a bad day. Then he said, "Where's the camera?" Yeah, red flags were instantly flying all over that room. Flags that said, "Get out of the room, you idiot. There's a literal psycho holding you." I laughed and told him we just use our phone for voice monitoring now. Worst lie ever. You know how I mentioned I was an actress before? Yeah, well, that was the moment I realized why I hadn't landed any gigs. I was garbage. My voice was shaking like the San Andreas quake was rocking it. John pulled me so tight I felt like my lungs were gonna pop out through my mouth. That's when he started talking. "Why'd you leave me, Jessica? You have some nerve leaving me, Jessica," he mumbled. What the actual F did he mean? I didn't say anything because, well, I was freaking the hell out. "Why won't you answer me, Jessica?" he yelled. He started squeezing me so tight I couldn't have answered him even if I wanted to. I started to plan my escape. My brain was running 1,000,000 miles an hour. Like, should I punch him in the nose? Wait, no, that's for sharks. Should I freeze? No, that's for bears. Should I just punch him in the
That wasn't a bear.
Will that do anything? John got up and threw a book against the wall. That's when I really started tweaking out. He screamed at me to stay where I was, and he walked back towards the door to get something.
Oh, no, girl, it's time to go.
Like hell I was going to stay where I was. I sprinted to the bathroom door and slammed it shut behind me. I could climb out the window. Everything would be fine. Holy there was no window. I couldn't believe my eyes. Who doesn't have a window in their bathroom? What kind of sick joke from the universe was this? Was I really going to be murdered by a guy I was getting paid to cuddle? What kind of obituary was that going to be? And was that better or worse than being a failed actress? John started banging on the door. I looked around for a weapon, but what was I going to do? Fight him with a dull razor? He started screaming at me for moving, asking why I dared to move. I wanted to yell, maybe because you're a psycho. I took a deep breath. I had to make him think I was on board with this. I opened the door to see him standing there with a little outfit. "It's your favorite, Jessica," he said. I swear to God, if we were in a movie, he would be twirling his mustache and petting a white cat. He ordered me to change into the dress. I did as quickly as I could. Whoever Jessica was, she had the same bad taste in clothes, because this dress was straight out of 2007. John started going on and on about how I shouldn't have dared leave him. He asked me if I could still sing our song like I used to. What kind of relationship did these weirdos have? I didn't have anything to say. John grabbed me and asked why I wasn't answering. I couldn't do this anymore. I was terrified. I was tired of getting called Jessica. I was tired of having weirdos hands on me. I kicked John in the crotch. He fell to his knees and screamed after me as I ran to the door. I sprinted onto the street, tears in my eyes, makeup all over the place, Britney Spears meltdown dress flailing in the wind. When I got to my apartment, I felt like my life was crumbling in front of me. And it surely wouldn't be cuddling. I told the old company to take John off their list of clients because he was dangerous, and they offered me a job. But I realized I couldn't do it anymore. Sure, I met some actual nice people. I got to do some real good for widows and lonely people, but I was emotionally exhausted. I was only going to do safe jobs. I started going to auditions again. I mean, there, I knew I wasn't going to get killed. My confidence, on the other hand, was probably going to be slaughtered. To my surprise, I actually landed one of the first jobs I auditioned for. I was giddy. Maybe all those horrible experiences had been a stepping stone to this. I showed up for the first day on set. Everyone warned me the director was going to be a creep. But I just rolled my eyes. They didn't know creepy like I did. The director walked out on set.
That's for sure.
You know that moment where you look for the hidden camera in your life? Where you literally feel your soul leaving your body out of the sheer irony? Yeah, well, the director was John. Jessica screaming, a guy creeping, almost murdering John. We made eye contact, and I saw the shame wash over his face. You know what your girl did? I told him that I had every video of us cuddling taped and ready to be sent to his kids and wife. Surely I was bluffing. I didn't even know if he had a wife and kids, but it worked. He backed off and begged me not to tell anyone.
Wow. Well, that is the end of that. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, but wait. So, that was an interesting video. So, I mean, you do what you gotta do, but sometimes doing that is kind of risky. Because some guys, people are crazy like John was. And she was lucky that he didn't attack her when she opened that door. But still, she kicked him right in the gonads, and it works. Sometimes it don't, sometimes it do. You just gotta do what you gotta do. Think like she was. And run, child, run. But yeah, thanks for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Share with everybody. And bye.